besties, so welcome back to my YouTube channel, and for today's video, as you can see by the title, we are testing out the brand new MUA Pro Base Foundation Sticks. So I'm literally so excited, you don't even understand. This has made my day because I actually thought these were arriving tomorrow. I ordered them off Beauty Bay because that's what I actually saw them on. They're £6 each, which I think is so good, like so good. And they come with 7.2 grams. They are obviously in a stick. As you can see, I picked up a foundation shade and then a contour shade so that I could try both out for you. And obviously it's kind of like 2 in 1 I suppose then, because if you're looking for a new contour and a foundation, then you're in the right place. I picked up the shades 142 and 170. You'll find out exactly what I thought, the type of foundation and how it worked. If I experienced any issues throughout the video, really hope you do enjoy. Make sure to subscribe and like down below if you do, and I really hope you're having the best day ever. Let's get on to the video. So they literally come in these, they're quite like simple packaging. It literally just has the name of the foundation on and the shade, and I like how it's got 2 ends. I don't think I'll be using the sponge. I think it's actually like a sponge brush. I'll get it out in a second, but I just wanted to mention they're both cruelty free. It does actually have that on there, and I think they've got 7.2 grams on them. So obviously a lot of my foundations are in milliliters. I don't know how that converts, but I am basically, my idea was I'm going to pick it up in a foundation and then in a contour, because I saw online it said about trying 3 shades and trying 1 for concealer, 1 for foundation and 1 for contour. Now if you follow me for ages, you know, like my favourite kind of concealer is actually like a yellow toned, and I have actually done a few concealer testing videos, and they're like my favourite kind of concealers to use. So I figured out I'd just go with contour and foundation and see how they blend together and how they work with other products as well. I feel like it's more like in depth then as well. Also, it's actually so sunny today. It's such a beautiful day. It makes me, honestly, I'm so excited. And I'd never normally wear foundation in this weather, but today I am doing it. The brush feels really weird, like first impressions. Like this is, it's quite like sturdy, but it does actually have like bristles. It does feel, can you hear it? It's kind of like plasticky. Anyway, I'm going to go straight in and apply it. I have actually applied a bit of concealer just under my eye, and you just literally twizzle it up. I'm quite glad it's not like a sponge, because I know, like, I suppose it is like a foundation stick, but yay, it matches. So basically guys, I had a right dilemma. So I ordered this and then I went to order a different shade, and I was like, oh my gosh, I bet this isn't going to be my shade. I feel like I should have ordered a different one. And so I've ordered another one and it's due to arrive tomorrow, and I thought, you know what, I can't wait. I'm just going to do it now. And I thought, I hope it matches, because otherwise I've kind of ruined the whole video. And obviously I'll, like, if it doesn't match, I can't really wait because I've already kind of filmed it, do you know what I mean? It wouldn't be like a first impressions fair review. So I was thinking, like, really hope this works. And honestly, like, so far, ooh, I really like. I love how I use the viewfinder. I always seem to use the viewfinder and never seem to get a mirror. Okay, it's blending quite quickly, hasn't it? It was really weird, like I don't think I've actually ever used a foundation stick before, so it's a really weird like thing for me to use. I will actually talk to you about the shades I picked up, so I just realised I haven't mentioned that. Do you know what though, like I was saying, I hardly ever do my makeup when it's this hot. Well, I wouldn't even say it's hot, I'm just being British, but like it's like really sunny, and all day long I've been filming eating only Easter food for 24 hours. So basically right now I'm just living on chocolate and anything that resembles an egg, or just, it'll be out on Friday. So go and check that video out when it is up. But honestly, like, because of that, I've literally, all morning I've just been like in my comfy clothes. I thought, am I ever going to do my makeup today? Because when I eat loads of chocolate I actually feel really tired. So I'm glad I'm doing it now. So I've obviously just applied 1 layer and it's actually gone really well, hasn't it? And it seems to have like, can you see like here? It's so flawless. My pores have literally disappeared. I don't know if that's just the foundation, but even if it was the moisturiser, I always find that like if the foundation is really like cakey and thick, they still show up, do you know what I mean? So it's gone on really flawlessly. And obviously because it's like a roll-on kind of thing, you're not going to get loads out at once. I sometimes find like, unless I apply thin layers, sometimes I apply foundation too thick and like too much at once, rather than like, imagine putting on 10 layers, but 10 thin layers might be better than 2 thick layers. If that makes sense. I don't think I'd ever put 10 layers on, but you know what I'm trying to say. Oh, I didn't do the pigeon dance. Does anyone else do that? Am I just very odd? Can you believe it? I actually think this is so good. So before I even open this, I basically put some of the Born to Glow foundation on my chest, because I always like to do like decolletage on my chest, and I found it was easier to see if this was going to match up to that. And I just wanted to tell you that, just because if anybody actually has this shade, it's in the shade Warm Vanilla 6.3. If anyone's got this, then this stick here in the shade 142 matches. So that's really worth knowing if you do have that shade at home and you don't know if this shade would like match up to that. Do you know what? I think this is such a good idea. As well, like imagine you're out and about, you can always like just apply a bit more. I would say this is 100% medium to full coverage. There's no way it's light. Like this is just this on its own, and a lot of the time I mix my foundations, but because it's a foundation stick I don't really feel like I can mix them. Do you know what I mean? It's really covered everything. Like it's literally covered everything. Like I've had a few breakouts on my chin and yeah, you can't really tell, you know? I think it's done such a good job. It doesn't feel really heavy either. Like it feels like, kind of feels like somebody's got a brush and just kind of like brushed it on really lightly. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel thick. It doesn't look cakey. So first up, what I think is, it's definitely not matte. I have put on a glowy primer before this, but it's definitely not matte, because sometimes I even find, even if I put a really glowy primer on, a matte will kind of like balance it out a bit. I would say it's more on the dewy side than the matte, in the sense of it's lightweight, it's not like thick and cakey, it's not drying or anything like that. And I find matte ones sometimes, especially with foundation sticks, I did kind of expect when I put it on like it to be quite hard to blend, because obviously it's kind of like in this stick. I feel like with a liquid, it's in a bottle, you've got the ability to shake it, it kind of moves around in my drawer, whereas this is just kind of like that. It's like a lipstick, it's either going to apply one way or it's not going to apply well at all. So I feel like it has applied really well, and it's just gone on really smooth. I feel like as well, this is kind of like the one thing, do you know what, I get so happy when I like a product. But this is the one thing that I'm actually really happy I am doing this today, because it is like a sunny day and the sun's kind of like shining on my face. You can actually see it just looks really quite natural. If I was just to wear it like this, like I know I've done my eye makeup and everything, but I could just put on like a little bit of blusher and some lipstick and I feel like it would look really natural. So I think it has the ability to do that. It's not one of them foundations where you need to do the full contour thing. You can just kind of leave it like that. I feel like it almost looks like a tinted moisturiser and it kind of looks like coverage, but it's not. It just doesn't look too much at all, and I think it's really natural, and I don't think I really have one like this apart from the Born to Glow. But with that, I do always find I have to mix it with like a different foundation for coverage, but I actually think the coverage of this is so good. I'm going to go and apply my concealer and blusher, come back, do the contour stick to see how that works, and I'll be back with my final thoughts because I want to see how it's going to all blend together. Okay, so I've literally just applied some concealer, a little bit of blusher, but I do think it's actually going to mix in, so I haven't applied too much. I'm going to go in with the contour stick now. I'm dead excited because based on the foundation and how it's mixed in, I feel like this could become like the easiest contour stick ever, because all my contours that I use that are liquid are like liquid, obviously. I don't know what I'm trying to get at sometimes, but I just find like sometimes I squeeze out too much, and when it blends, obviously like I put it in a certain area and I pat it in with a brush there is a chance it's going to like move up a bit, whereas with this I've got way more control on where it's going to go. Do you know what I mean? Obviously I've put it on and it does go in like a thicker line because obviously that's the shape of it, but I've got far more control and it's not going to budge now as much, because it's not like with liquid. I suppose you put it on in a little dot and it's going to kind of like squish. You know when you put a cake in the oven, or a biscuit's a better example, sometimes you put it in like a little ball and you have to like pat the top. I feel like that's what happens with liquid blusher. Weirdest comparison ever. I just feel like they're so easy to blend. Like, how long did that take? Imagine they did this in blusher shade. Oh my god, that would be so good. I hope they do that. I'll be the first to test it. Oh my god, this is so nice. It's so quick. How quick? Literally how quick. It is a bit deceiving on the shade, so I'm going in with 2 layers. I don't think that's a bad thing, because that's why I ordered the lighter shade of the foundation stick, because I wasn't sure online on the shade range. Like, I couldn't tell how it was going to look, because like most of my foundations I'm like a 140, or like sometimes even like a 200. It really depends on the brand. So when I saw it I thought, oh, that would be perfect, and then I saw the 130 and I was like, oh no, where should I have got that? So I'll be sending that one back, I think. This foundation is literally my perfect match. I feel like I might even leave it as that for the contour. What do you think? So it's very buildable, and I think that's one of the main benefits. Like, if you put too much on, or if I feel like it's better, because the more I've applied 3 layers on my cheek and it's built up the shade, whereas obviously if I had just applied that once I wouldn't have as much like leeway. So I think it's really good that you can build up not only the coverage, but like it actually builds up itself as like more contoured. Do you know what I mean? I think I say do you know what I mean as much as I'm gonna have a bath now. So I'm now gonna just apply a tiny bit more blusher, just because obviously I went over it a bit. Blends really well with this as well. That's really nice. Right, I do actually think now I've applied more, it has gone quite dewy, so I definitely would put that down to the foundation, not my moisturisers. These areas do feel a lot more dewy. I'm going to go apply my powder and I'll be back. I mean, quite honestly, I wish I was going somewhere. The only place I'm going is on a dog walk. Oh my god, I'm really happy with it. I've literally powdered my face and I've just applied some setting spray. Obviously I've done my chest, but I haven't actually applied any highlighter to my forehead, and it's actually quite glowy, which I love, which makes me think it is quite a glowy foundation stick, because obviously first impressions that you don't necessarily see straight away, and after I've applied powder you can still tell. Like, I've just applied a bit of powder and it's still glowy. Do you know what I mean? So overall, very, very happy. I'm really, really happy. I actually think they're so good, like for the price as well. And they got here literally so quickly as well. You know by now, I'll tell you if I don't like it or if I do like it, or even if I don't like certain parts but I really like other things. Do you know what I mean? I do actually want to just jump in here and actually just say one more thing. I don't think I would ever use this. Like, it's very, like, I suppose you could like blend it like that. It's quite hard, like, watch. It's quite hard. I wouldn't use it. If you were using it and you wanted to travel with it, I would probably take a brush. But if you could manage to use it, then I guess it's good that it's got it on. Like, applying it on my skin, it's just hard, and I think I'd be here all day, and I think it's blended so well with the brush I did use. So that's just something to know. I wish you could like jump through the camera and just look at it, because I know like on camera it picks it up, but not necessarily like to the finest detail. Genuinely, it is flawless, and I will be using this every single day in the summer. I've actually found my new, if you want a foundation, I'm genuinely recommending this one, because I actually think I'm going to go out and buy like a few more, because I feel like they're going to go out of stock for the summer. Stick on. How quick did that take me? It's so light, and it looks light as well. Like, it looks quite natural. I actually think looks quite a natural look. Like, it's not too much, it is just natural. So I will be buying this again, probably straight after this video. Really hope you did enjoy. Make sure to subscribe down below, hit the thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and leave me a comment in the comment section below. Check out my Easter video on Friday, and I've got a new video up tomorrow night. And I hope to see you all very soon in a brand new video. Bye!